Greetings to Puan Mariam. We, Nurul Iman binti Yusuf, Jaysrini Mahalingamurthy and Jasshween Sinadamudu are here to discuss the accidental and analysis report of an explosion incident that was held in a company called Excel Rim Sendirian Berhad, which is located at Penang. We are conducting this study to examine the safety and the health of the workers who are working in the company in the aluminium sector of the company's facility. Fine aluminium particles are created in this company, and an exhaust air ventilation system, which is called LEV, is used to regulate and also decrease the risk of aluminium particles. On the 9th of November 2010, Tuesday, a dust collecting equipment at the factory blew up, causing breaking of the roof and also sending debris flying at the Prai industrial estate. The facility, which makes motorcycle rims, was severely damaged, and the explosion injured 8 of the 70 employees. Fortunately, none of them were severely injured. Dosh believes that this event was caused by a malfunctioning dust collection system's explosion vent. This study used hazard identification, risk assessment, and also risk control, which is the hierarchical approach to identify risk and its underlying causes in this incident. So the research also employs a fault tree analysis and also a job risk analysis to help to identify the incident's hazards and also the causes of the hazards. The semi-qualitative risk assessment will be used to assess and calculate the risk associated with each hazard identified previously using the hazard identification. So we will be using the risk calculating formula, which is risk equals to likelihood times severity, to actually determine whether the risk identified will be tolerable or not. So this methodology will contribute for the employers to introduce and also implement certain important prevention measures to ensure that this incident will be prevented in the future, and all the risk identified will be ensured and will be appropriately controlled at all times.
Before we continue with the discussion, we must first understand the source of the explosion, which came from an air ventilation system. So, aluminium is a particle that is extremely dangerous to the safety, health and environment, but it is created throughout the aluminium manufacturing process, which is the exact system that's used in the Excel Rim Sendirian Berhad firm in Prai, Pulau Pinang, which manufactures aluminium motorcycle wheels. As a result, a local exhaust air ventilation system was of course constructed to regulate and decrease the risk of aluminium particles spreading inside the factory. However, one of these systems exploded when flammable dust was ignited by a spark and fire at the polishing machine. The Department of Occupational Safety and Health Penang believed that the event was caused by a malfunctioning dust collection system explosion vent. But after conducting the hierarch results and the hazard identification, we understood that there are current existing controls for a few activities and so on. But however, after conducting the risk assessment result before suggesting the risk control, the risk levels for a lot of the hazards were either medium or high. High being the spark, fire and dust explosion, because although the likelihood is lesser than the rest, the relative risk was very, very much higher because the severity was high. Therefore, according to the Osman's analysis and the fault tree analysis that he did, the immediate cause of the incident was hazardous conduct by the operator which resulted in a fire and dust collector or explosion. The incident's major causes include a lack of supervision, a lack of maintenance, and a design flaw, all of which we will continue recommending for the next part. In the fault tree analysis, it was determined that a few things were stated. The fact that it was the lack of supervision, the safety guard, the accidentally pressing foot pedal, the clamp head contract when abrasive wheel, and a lot more. So the fault tree analysis really gave us understanding of how the explosion happened. So this was what helped us conduct and plan our recommendation list in the next section. Thank you very much.
Okay, now for the recommendation. We were able to identify the root cause as well as the critical components that need to be changed in order to avoid recurrence. The key features of a dust collector system that needs to be improvised are proper dust collection system. Proper design and other factors must be considered when designing the inlet, outlet, and also venting at the dust collector. We should even carry out design testing such as non-destructive testing and also destructive testing in order to make sure the design is in working condition. The next recommendation is equipment explosion protection. So mechanism to detect and suppress sparks should be installed, and also by having an isolating valve for the interconnecting system can also prevent explosions. And the following recommendation is program for dust control. So the amount of dust that escapes from the ventilation system should be reduced. Okay, we should even develop and implement a dust management program by providing safety operation procedures, which is also known as SOP. And for the fourth recommendation is hygiene. We should maintain cleaning program for the dust collecting system and particularly all concealed areas. We can even use adequate cleaning methods, for example, dust collector filter bags. And for the final recommendation, it's maintenance, education, supervision, and also training. We should ensure that all the aforesaid equipment is properly maintained and inspected. And we should also provide training and knowledge to all employees. For the final conclusion, as the incident at this aluminium wheel manufacturing factory revealed, aluminium dust is hazardous to human health and safety. The inability of employees to recognize the hazards and take safety procedures resulted in the dust collector exploding. The findings point to the future enhancements to the dust explosion mechanism.
And thank you for watching this video. Thank you.